A lot of mirroring here, because I think that you both are very firm usually in how you feel about something. And I also think you both were like, you were very confused about the other person and how they were operating, why they were operating that way. There's this energy of feeling like baffled, but then because of this with the Magician in reverse, I'm kind of seeing it as like no action was taken in a certain regard, right? I feel like for you, I don't think that you're like sitting here but her like in your feels about whatever this specifically was. I'll just say that. Like, I feel like this person might perceive that that's the case, but with the Ace of Wands, I feel like you're maybe feeling pretty good about where you're at, like pretty energized. Seems that's like the word that's coming to my head for some reason. If anything, I also think this person wants to like hand you the torch here, the talking stick, when you communicate with them. This is reminding me of somebody being passed like the mic. So this person wants to give you the opportunity to do that. The thing is, I feel like this is the type of person who like they'll not let you. They want to give you the opportunity to say your piece or say how you feel. If that's something that would make you feel better, but it's kind of coming from like a King of Wands. There's no cups here. There's no swords here. If you feel like clearing up confusion, or if you are expressing that you were confused about an action that this person took, then they want to hear you out. But I don't think this is supposed to be something where it gets defensive. I also feel like it won't, based in this person's energy, if you are also not pushing something or showing up defensively in any way, because they know that this is not something you're gonna like firmly stand on, or it's almost giving like, because they know they're not in trouble here for something, they feel like they want to give you the opportunity to say whatever you'd want to say about whatever this tension situation is. I think that this person, it's like they would extend that, they would hand you the mic, right? But it's because it's coming from a place of like, that's the right thing to do. I should give this person this opportunity. But I don't think they have the intention to like really dive in and to like explain everything here, unless you are asking specific questions. But if you want to just kind of be considered and be heard, they maybe will give you, like, they have intentions to give you the opportunity to do that. So I kind of want to know like some details about this person, about what's going on in your life, so that we can kind of figure out if this is for you, I guess. But this person does want to move forward with something, and I feel like they're going to be I feel like they feel like a weight is relieved here with the Sun and the Ten of Wands in reverse. We also have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Hermit in reverse. I kind of feel like this person, part of the reason why you guys weren't communicating, or part of this situation or this conflict, either like over time this accumulated, or this is what the conflict was about. But there's something about this person kind of just going ghost. They may have like fallen off the face of the earth. I also feel like you maybe had to get comfortable with the idea that this person was not going to be like a permanent fixture in your life. Like, this person was like, it's just this energy of acceptance here, that this is not something that is being maintained, or that this person was showing up to like in a way that would have made you feel like it was like this person had intentions for that. I don't think you saw that. I don't think you saw them coming with that type of energy. The Five of Swords is also giving this vibe of like, the reason that this person, like, if they've explained that to you, or if they had a reason behind why they operated like this, which I kind of feel like they did, then the Five of Swords is sort of saying like, they were not appearing to be like lenient at all. Like, this person was appearing very firm in the reason why they, came around when they came around, or like the capacity at which they had available for this relationship. So I feel like for you maybe just accepted like, okay, with the Five of Swords, that's like it's sort of like a zero-sum game, or like a lose-lose game. So I'm not gonna push this. The Eight of Swords also is like, it's interesting because I feel like for you maybe struggled with this energy for a while of like, okay, how do I just kind of accept that and still show up where we're on the same page here, and when we can make a relationship out of this. And this could be the same collective that I did the other day, where I was talking about you guys being like platonic, or really only engaging in platonic energy, which to me means you guys were not really like flirting with each other, or you guys weren't really like seeing each other. You guys didn't share like a ton of romantic energy, or there wasn't a ton of like sensual communication. So platonic, like you've kind of defined this relationship with this person as like, this is your friend, but there's undertones of this not being the case, but they're not overt. So this is something that could be, it's very easily put into like the friendship category, not like the situationship category, right? Just to make that make more sense. But like I was saying, I think that you felt like you kind of just had to surrender to like, okay, well, this situation is just few and far between, and because this person is my friend, I can't really have certain expectations here. But at the same time, with the Eight of Swords, I kind of feel like you do, or you did, or the way I'd explain this is like, there's two ways that you maybe went back and forth between viewing this and how you operated in it. And I think that it had an effect on why you felt so confused and lost the whole time in this situation. Because it looks like on one end of the spectrum here, you did operate at times as if like this was mutually agreed upon, that you guys were just like acquaintances in each other's life, basically, for a little while. And so I think that there was like this acceptance energy of that for a while. I think that's part of why this person like felt like you were maybe acting from a place that was like butthurt, like I talked about in part one. Because it's like, if that was the case, if you guys were kind of mutually on that page, then whatever this subject was that you guys got upset about, or whatever this tension was, it's sort of like, well, it doesn't make sense to this person why you were upset in that way if you guys were on the same page about whatever this was, if that makes sense. So it's like confusing to this person for that reason. But when they remove like the context or the label or whatever from the situation, they can see the other side of something, I think. Anyways, there's the second side of the fence here, which is you still sort of wanting to see some sort of effort, or maybe hoping to see some sort of effort, or there was like the past of your guys' relationship that you sort of had to put in the past, which could have been romantic back in the day, that it's like you sort of had to just like close the door on that. But that party, that emotion that still like loved that version of that person, that was still there. You were still wanting to see effort from this person.